Now this week, all of us have received in the post this document from the Commonwealth Electoral Commission about the impending poll to choose a convention, and the members of that convention we are electing by voluntary postal vote. Now this conceivably may offend certain people who believe we should have done it by the normal parliamentary compulsory voting kind of ballot. Now there is some case for this, but on the other hand, Mr. Howard may not be entirely wrong in that we perhaps do not want, in a matter where so many principles are being discussed, to as this will pose quite clearly, to have the matter settled by the donkey votes of people who don't think about it. Now, this problem is not one simply of a monarchy or a republic. The question is in fact very different. There are also vastly important issues in our 100-year-old, rather creaking at the seams federal constitution, which will require very careful and very thorough attention. You have the problem of state rights, the problem of Section 92, the whole interaction of state and Commonwealth finance, the role of state governors. All these things will need re-examining, whether we have a crowned head or a president. Despite all the press discussion, the great issue is not republic or monarchy. The great issue is finding a machinery of constitution that will suit the next century and which will cure the abuses which have developed over the past 100 years. And then, in making the plans, we have also to allow for possibilities. If a republic is to be chosen, will the president be elected for a period of 3 years, 5 years, 7 years? And, if so, will there be a national American type rule? He must be born in Australia. And again, what will the precise powers of his office be? All these will require careful definition. If we wish to have a monarchy continue, is it to be a status quo, steady as she goes thing, which up to the present Australians for a constitutional monarchy have firmly advocated, or do we in fact need to prepare for the possibility, after the present Queen's reign closes, of a new sovereign being required to undergo secular coronations in all the other monarchies of the British Commonwealth, and being required to come once a year for the budget session of Parliament to distance the Crown from too much involvement in the eyes of the whole Commonwealth of nations with the financial policies of London, which are so keyed into the European Union. Incidentally, if our new sovereign had to come here for this purpose once a year, one might hope it might be aptly put that we hold one budget session in Melbourne Cup Week. Now, otherwise, some people might want, as I do, to have another member of the royal family here as a permanent resident head of state, with their heirs having the succession, as of course happened when a Norwegian government took a Danish prince as their sovereign. This could be done again. That elsewhere in the world, in Greece, in Romania, in Bulgaria, and of course in Belgium, where a Saxe-Coburg prince was chosen to be king after Belgium left the combined kingdom of Holland and Belgium in 1830. Again, if you don't want a king on the spot, or a queen, but you want to keep the title of monarchy, do you want Her Majesty to vacate jurisdiction and ceremonial rights in the Australian Commonwealth with a view to appointing a regent elected by Parliament? This would involve the minimum, of course, of structural changes in our internal constitution. But I feel that this or a local monarch, these are the issues which essentially one needs to provide in order to meet Mr. Keating's just request that the head of state be resident in Australia. And with all these issues before us, it's vitally important that we do not lightly fail to vote if we have an opinion, that we do the best we can to choose those delegates that we think are most important for the task in hand, and that we recognise this to be a matter of great importance for the future of this country.